Hey guys, Ferns here, back again with another Supercoach video. Look guys, I am super excited to show you this video. Look, it's crazy what I've done here. I've succumbed to the madness and I have gone a mid-price crazy. So look, I honestly did a little recording here. The mic was stuffing up all the video and I'm really annoyed at it. So we'll just try and get through it this time. Please work. If you are stuffing up again, I'll be really sad. But yeah, I know this is crazy, but I've gone ahead and I've changed my team. I've gone insane. I've gone completely insane here. Look, I guess first thing I want to get out of the way is that obviously the league did fill up really quickly. So I have brought in another league for people to come and join. So that league code is 420803. So feel free to come ahead and join there. Obviously 19 spots available, so try and get an ASAP before that one fills up. 3 days left, so hopefully we can get that filled up before the season starts. Yeah, I know what you guys are thinking. 4 days ago, I released my final team video, but the very next day on the Friday, I went ahead and I changed it. I couldn't help myself. I changed it because I just wanted to look at a bit of a crazy idea. And then as the weekend went on, I just sort of loved it more and more, and I couldn't help myself. I've fallen in love with the new team I've made. So I'm going to show you what I've done here. Yeah, you all are probably going to think it's a bit crazy, but I've gone ahead, moved out 5 players. That's all I've really changed, 5 players at the end of the day. So the core team is still there. The structure is the main thing that's sort of changed here as to where those premiums are. But I actually went ahead, we'll start off in the midfield, and I brought in Lockie Ash and Warple. I know, crazy that I've done this. 4 mid-prices in the midfield. Like, I've really stacked that midfield full of mid-prices. Now, I've gone ahead and brought Ridley into defense, and then Rosie into the forward line. Now, the main thing, I guess, with these is that the price is just really, really good and works for this team. I also brought Sincotter in instead of Chesser. So yeah, this is actually the new team. This is what it's looking at. I know it might seem a bit crazy what I've done here, but at the end of the day, I still have 11 premiums. I understand that I got rid of Kelly and Neil for Ridley and Rosie, but that extra cash that it freed up, going down to the, I managed to get these mid prices in instead of those sort of unreliable players such as McLean and potentially McKenna. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind them in the team, and I think I'd prefer them over like Wilmot and Davey, but that would be an extra, just to bring in one of them would be 40Ks up from Wilmot. It's going to be 60K up from Davey. I don't have that extra 100K to play with. If anything, the team only sort of wrapped in the way it did so nicely because I went for the premiums that I did. The reason Ridley and Rosalie are mainly here, I guess, at the end of the day, is just the structure. If I wanted to go so heavy on the mid-price structure, I needed another premium in defense and in the forward line. And I think Rosie was my favorite out of sort of the 5 that I mentioned previously, which is the 4 I have there with Dunkley, Rosalie, Toronto, Goulden. And then I did have Caniglio, but a bit too expensive Caniglio is to do this. But I do think that Rosie is massive value anyway. Then I had to look at a defender. Couldn't really be much more than 522K, so I think Isaac Cumming was the highest I could have gotten. But I didn't really like anyone around that place. I was never a big fan of the Dacos pick originally, so not something I wanted. Hayden Young, I decided I don't want that. And I think Ridley was sort of the best of the price that I could be looking at. Maybe I've paid up for a D6 that's not quite in the top 10 range, but I do think Ridley has the scope. I did have him 2 years ago when he started like a house on fire, dropped those 2 140s, and everyone went mental to bring him in. So he has done me pretty well in the future. Sorry, in the past. So hopefully he can do that for the future as well. But this is what I've changed it to. Like, it's not too much. It's 5 players that changed, but we've got Ash and Warple in. And I think the crazy thing here is that this is the season to do it, I feel. I feel like every time I looked at these mid-prices, I thought, all these mid-prices feel like they're going to work. Like, they all feel great. It's just a matter of which one's going to work a bit better than the others. And I think what's happened here is, if I go ahead and change my team into this sort of structure, I end up with, if you count Jones and Flanders, 8 mid-prices. And why not have them all? If they're all going to work, why not have them all? I'm super happy with this. I think the entire team presents value. I think even my premiums in Doherty, Dawson, Bontempelli, Green, those more expensive premiums that I have, are actually better than what they're priced at. Same with Dunkley. They're all better than what they're priced at, which means there's value there. Stuff like Laird, Oliver, Neil, they're already at that 120 price. Even in a crazy situation where Laird pushes to a 130, it's really not too much of an increase, but he's most likely just going to sort of retain that. And if he does, that's still insane. That's still your M1. That's still crazy. But it's not really value at the price, where everyone else, I think, presents massive value at their price. Well, everyone that I've put in my team, that is. I think they all are better than what they're priced at, and I'm actually just getting steals everywhere I look, and I'm super happy with this team. I'm happy with how it looks. I think my favorite thing is the weaker sort of positions as well. So your D6, your M8, your F6, they all look insanely good. Like Jimby looks great. Mackenzie looks like he has a fantastic role. Flanders looks like this could be the year that he sort of starts exploding. Even if it's not too much, he doesn't need to go too nuts at the 250 price point. But everyone on the field looks fantastic. I love how the field looks. Yes, the bench maybe a bit more questionable with the Cincotta, the Baker, the Davies, the Wilmots. Maybe a bit more questionable with those guys in there. They're all still potentially playing, and I know a lot of people have them at the end of the day, but I think the field looks insane. Yes, I don't have, as I mentioned, McLean. I don't have McKenna. I just don't have the money for them, unfortunately. And saying that, I think in a worst case scenario, those guys are actually sub risks, where I don't feel like anyone on my field is really a sub risk. I think everyone is just that they're gonna play the full games, and they're gonna be value at their price. So I'm super happy with how this looks. I get it. Y'all might sit there thinking, Vern, you've gone insane. How could this be the play? I mean, when I think of the worst case scenarios, I don't really think they're that bad. Like, Ash can go up to Setterfield if Setterfield goes off and Ash flops. Any of the other mid prices can go down to Callahan if he goes off. In the forward line, Bruin can go to Fife. We can have Flanders drop to a McLean. Like, the worst case scenario doesn't seem that bad. Even if two of them flop and maybe I go down to a rookie and then up to a premium and end up with 12 premiums, the worst case scenario is really not that bad. It's really not too hard to fix up a few of those. And I'm so confident in all of these working that I really don't think too many of them are going to go wrong, that I can feel confident saying that. But I think in reality, like, the positives, the upside, what this team could do, it's a bit more unique than sort of the stock standard structure that I had previously. And I think this could be it. This could be the team that explodes, and this could be the difference maker. So yeah, that's what I've decided to do. I know, 4 days later, I have changed my final team reveal, but I am so excited for it. So yeah, look, leave your comments, as I said, like, subscribe, follow the journey as we go through the season. Once again, join that league if you can, 420803. I'd love to get that league filled out in the next 3 days before the season starts. That would be awesome. But yeah, guys, that's what I've done. I know, insane, but I love it. I love every second of it. I can't help but look at this team and just think, I just fall in love with it. I think this could be actually it. This is a unique team to what I've sort of seen. It still sort of has that core structure that everyone else sort of has with the 11 premiums. I still have, in my opinions, the must-have premiums there, but it's also just, it's got the ability to explode and be a game changer. And that's what I'm here for. So, yeah. Best of luck, everyone. Join that league, and I'll see you probably in a week's time to see if this team crashed and burns or fulfills my fantasies. So, yeah, I guess I'll catch you all then. So, peace, later.